All right, boys, we are back, and it's time to continue with our Stanley Cup winning Pittsburgh Penguins. Year one. I don't think I've won a Stanley Cup in year one for the longest time, if ever, in my GM mode commentaries. So it was a great first year for the Pittsburgh Penguins. The trade deadline proved to be the most important day of the year. You know, when we picked up that trade with the New Jersey Devils, when we traded for Anton Volchenkov, Adam Larson, Jaromir Jagr, Ryan Clough, and Andy Green, a 5-player pickup, really did help our team out just because Chris Kunitz wasn't getting it done on the first line. Spalling wasn't getting it done on the second line, and I knew that the injury bug would probably hit us in the playoffs, and our defensive core got ravaged. But we had the depth. We even had players that were just waiting the AHL, like Cody Franzen. He almost got a game, but we had the depth, we had the skill up front, and the Pittsburgh Penguins, almost beat by the Buffalo Sabres, got pushed to Game 7, but up against the LA Kings, a beast of a team, we swept them. So I don't know what to make of that, but you know what? The roster that we have just playing very well right now. In our last 17 games, we are 15-2. All right, so I think we're 16-3 as well, if you don't count the first 2 games of the entire playoffs. So what a Stanley Cup run, and we've got the Pittsburgh Penguins back on track to be one of the best teams in the NHL. All right, this year it's us. But Mario Lemieux wants us to answer back with the year 2, another solid year 2, not a first-round exit, not a playoff miss, not a second-round exit. You know, you got to follow up that Stanley Cup with another good year. And I like the roster that we have. You know, at the beginning part of last year, we'll simulate ahead here. At the beginning part of last year, I thought we were a goal-scoring team that would have to win games like 5-4 or 4-3. But when we made those trades for Anton Volchenkov and Andy Green and all those defensive players, Ryan Clough, our team turned into a good defensive team. And in the playoffs, I don't want to say Marc-Andre Fleury played great, because he did. I don't want to say that was all of his doing, though. I'm thinking that our defense, you know, played pretty good on front of him. I mean, a lot of games where he had like shutouts or 1 goal against. It's not like he faced like 40 shots a game. There was a few of them, but I think our defense on this team is just that much better. So the Pittsburgh Penguins won the there you go, the Stanley Cup. Did our AHL team? Hang on a second here. I actually didn't check our AHL team. I think they were in the finals. They may have lost though. San Antonio, is that Pittsburgh? I don't think that's Pittsburgh. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. Let me stop the simulation and check. For our AHL team, well, hell, that's even better. Stop simulating. All right, let's see. Yeah, okay, yeah. San Antonio Rampage beat us. They swept us in the final, it looks like. All right, but still, our AHL team went to the final. So that's you know, guys like Spalling. He probably got some time down there. Cody Franzen, he might turn into a trading asset for us, right? So we're up here at the draft. And the good news about the draft is that we still have our first-round pick, because I do want to get like a good 4-star player, just so I can have a younger player that I might want to trade or hold on to, and we can do that in the year 1 draft. So let's see if we have any retirements here. Jaromir Jagr, who had an amazing 3rd and 4th round. He didn't show up in rounds number 1 and 2. I guess he didn't care. But when it was really on the line, you know, when the world was watching, Jaromir Jagr really did show up for us. So let's see if Jaromir Jagr is going to ride off into the sunset with the Stanley Cup on the team that drafted him, or is he going to come back for more? So let's see who retires here. Go down. Yeah, New Jersey. Lost a few. Pronger's gone. Pittsburgh. We lost Adam. So no, Jaromir Jagr is not retiring. Good. We need him back for next year, because I don't really have too many trading assets, and I'd like to give him another chance alongside of Malkin and Hornqvist for an entire year, see how many points he gets. But we have to keep an eye on his potential for sure. And no goaltenders are retiring either. All right, so there you go. So let's do a whole wrap up here. I know you guys want to see the awards and all that stuff. So here are the awards. The Pittsburgh Penguins. All right, so look at that. The last 4 teams to win the Stanley Cup: Boston, LA, Chicago, Pittsburgh. I guess it would be LA this year, but whatever. President's Trophy, Chicago won it this year. Clarence S. Campbell, LA. We won it. We won the Eastern Conference. Art Ross, Steven Stamkos. Hart Memorial, Steven Stamkos. James Norris, Drew Doughty. Lady Byng, Steven Stamkos. Calder Memorial, Andre Palat. Conn Smythe, Marc-Andre Fleury. So, yeah, he won the Conn Smythe. I don't think anyone was expecting anything else. He had ridiculous goaltender stats in the playoffs. Vezina Trophy, Roberto Luongo, William M. Jennings, Jonathan Quick, Bill Masterton, Roman freaking Pollock, Frank J. Selke, Pavel Datsyuk, Ted Lindsay, Roberto Luongo, Maurice Richard, Steven Stamkos. All right, so Steven Stamkos took home a lot of hardware this year. There's that. I've already checked all that stuff. Yeah, we're good for that. All right, so let's go into the scouting report and see who's available in this year's draft. Scouting reports. we know who's in the top 5. You know, Aaron Ekblad, Sam Reinhart, Sam Bennett, right? But remember, these are my new rosters. So these guys are like green star potential, and they're like a top 6 defensemen or third liners already. So there's some good players in the draft this year, but we have like the 30th overall pick. Let me see if there's any goalies in here just that are spiking up the draft. No, there's not. All right, so we're not going to go for a goalie because Marc-Andre Fleury played fine for us this year. But if I go to all skaters, someone down here who says something like first and second round, we might be able to pick up like these guys. All right, so I might be able to get myself William Nylander because he's got the 4.5 gold star potential. D'Angelo, I think, has got 4 gold star potential. McCann, 4 gold star. All right, Jose, yeah, there's plenty of guys that we can get down there with our pick that will turn out to be a 4-star potential player. So that's good news. Now, you know, what I would like to trade for, if I can, is maybe a high second-round pick or a late first-round pick, because the year 1 draft is full of good prospects, right? So if we have the trading asset, I might want to do it, but I don't want to give up a roster player. All right, so we'll see who's available that I can trade away here, but I don't know. I don't see too much. So the first overall pick is going to the Toronto Maple Leafs, second to New Jersey, third to Philadelphia. So we have the 30th overall pick. Oh, hang on. Let me back out there a second. Okay. So Toronto, New Jersey, Philadelphia. If I want to go for their second-round pick. All right. So let's see what we can do in the draft this year, boys. So we have plenty of phones here because we won the Stanley Cup. That's good news. All right. So let's see who's available on our team that we can trade away. Gotch, 1 year, no. Smith, no. Holding on to him. All these guys don't really have any trading value. Okay. Left wingers. Clough, no, I'm going to hold on. Well, Ryan Clough's got 5 years left, but you know what? He's a pretty good third liner for us. 82 overall. He's dropped a little bit, but he was a key performer in the playoffs for us. I know 4 points, not that much, but still it was the third line, right? And I wonder, did he kill any penalty kills? I don't know. Might be able to trade away Ryan Clough, but I don't want to trade him away right now. I want to hold on to the team that got us to the Stanley Cup Finals. Right wingers. Hornqvist, Joe Ward, I want to hold on to, even though he's 33 years old. Might as well just hold on to him. Jaromir Jagr, did he drop? No, he's still 84. Let's see his potential. He's still got 4-star potential, so Jaromir Jagr is fine to come back for next year. Defenseman, Volchenkov, Robidoux, trade, no. Franson, I got to sign these guys. Dumoulin, no. All right, so we really don't have much to trade with right here, so first-round pick is not going to happen, but let's just go to Toronto for a second here. Let's see what, they don't want to give up their second. All right, let's just see if we can find somebody with a high second pick. Like Washington would have a high second pick. Let's see if we can maybe snag this up. All right, if I get the right players in there. All right, so let me just go to all players. And let's see if there's any potential that just drops off a little bit. Like, so these guys. Smith, I want to hold on to. Dumoulin, let's see. This guy, he's a defenseman, isn't he? He's got 3.5 red star potential, 22. Nah, he could turn out to be depth. I'll hold on to him. He could be a good depth player for us. Spalling, I'm holding on to. Greening, holding on to. Yeah, a bunch of these guys I could trade away. Yeah, Zlobin, there you go. Nah, I can't get any players for that because they have too many. So that's not going to work out. Is there any teams that can accept a player? Nah, it doesn't look like it. Oh, here we go. That's a 46, though. Let me see if I can just go through some teams here and find anyone else. Anaheim. Because it's really going to have to be something like, I'm going to have to give up a few players and not get any players back the other way. Detroit, let's see. 42, I think that was better than Anaheim, wasn't it? Let me go back to Anaheim, hang on. Yeah, so Detroit's the new team that I could trade with. Edmonton, nope. Oh, shit, what'd I do? I didn't mean to back out of that. Damn it. All right. Let me go back down here and get Zlobin again. There you go. Get back to Edmonton. All right, let's see if they... No. There you go. Okay, Florida, but I don't want to give it up, and it's the 53rd pick, so there's no point in that. 48 picks, so there's no point in that. 64, no point. Whoa, they had multiple in... Oh, that was the third. Okay. Now, Detroit's still the best bet. Second, 32. Oh, okay, New Jersey. I might be able to get the set. Might be able to get the 32nd or the 32nd overall pick, second rounder right here. I might be able to get this. So this is a good one. So I'll give you Zlobin. Is there anybody else you want here? Go down here. Zlobin. All these guys. Yeah. Dia, this guy. They can't accept more than that. All right. Any players that you are willing to give away? This guy. Yep. Let's see their trade values. They're pretty much the same. I don't think that'll do anything. No, that won't do anything. All right, so I'll just go Zlobin. All right, and a second. So I'll give up a third from next year, and a fourth. All right, so Zlobin and a third and a fourth for the second this year. I don't think it'll go through. I might just give up the second to get a 4-star potential player this year. Will it go through? No, it did not. All right, so I'll do that with New Jersey. I have no problem giving up that second round pick for next year. I'm fine with it. All right, so we'll give up that second round pick. I'll give up Zlobin as well. Zlobin, very nice. And we'll give up our second round pick for next year. The reason I want to do that is because this year's draft, I want to take advantage of that. I can get that 32nd overall. Yeah, that's fine right there. I'll give him the 7th and the 6th as well. All right, so Zlobin, a 2nd, a 7th, and a 6th for the 32nd overall pick this year. Will it go through? Yes, it did. So we believe this transaction is best suited for us. Perfect. So shut down phones. All right, so let's see the draft. So the Toronto Maple Leafs get Aaron Ekblad. Yeah, right, I wish. Sam Bennett goes to the New Jersey Devils. Sam Reinhart goes to the Philadelphia Flyers. DeCall goes to Winnipeg. All right, there's a few other good players in there, but those are the top-notch players. All right, go all the way down to our pick. We have the 30th overall pick. All right, let's see who's available here. All right, so, William Nylander. And I drafted him in San Jose. He didn't turn out to be anything special, right? But he is a 4.5 gold star potential player, which means that trade value is at least a little bit up there. And he's a sniper, which I need. Yeah, you know what? Even though I drafted him in San Jose, I didn't use him at all in San Jose. It would be foolish not to take William Nylander right here, right? So I will pick up William Nylander from the SHL, Swedish Hockey League. Very nice. And look, I have another pick coming up right now. Very nice. Don't really have... No, I have nobody else to trade with for a second, so I'll skip the rest. I don't want to trade away my first for next year. All right, Toronto. They take another defenseman, D'Angelo. All right, so we got Nylander. And who else do I want? I think McCann and Ho-Sang would be 4-star potential players. Anyone else down here? No. All right. Yeah, this guy. I think this guy might be 4-star as well, but I don't know if it's 4 red star or not. Jacob Vrana. He's from the SHL as well, so I get like Nylander and Vrana. But you know what? I'll go with I'll go Joshua Ho-Sang, right, as a playmaker, right winger. I'll get 2 right wingers here. Do I want a defenseman? Do I want a defenseman? No, you know what? I'll go with Josh Ho-Sang. There you go, another right winger. All right, so I got William Nylander and Joshua Ho-Sang in the draft this year. So you can see, even though we had late picks, in year 1, you can still get some good players by then, all right? So, yeah, we'll skip the rest of the draft because that's it for us. We have no more players to bring in. And you know what? 1 second, let me blow my nose. All right, that's better. So we finished the draft. Let's go into re-sign stage. Now, with salary cap off, the re-sign stage really doesn't mean much. I know I've been reading some comments saying that the salary cap needs to be on because it's too easy. But you know what? The reason why we have salary cap off is so that the best teams keep their best players. If you have salary cap on, then the Chicago Blackhawks have Kane and Taves go to free agency every single year, right? At least free agency this year, there won't be good players available. There'll be some depth players, but there won't be some good players. And also, yeah, I may be able to sign everyone, but if I sign someone to too high of a contract, then his trade value, it diminishes, right? To get a good trade value, you have to have good skill and a low contract. So it does work out. I know it's kind of cheap, I suppose, but I don't want to see, major free agents in year 1, 2, and 3. So Ray Emery or Grice. All right, so yeah, you know what? I'll re-sign both these guys, Ray Emery and Grice. Grice can be a nice third string kind of thing. All right, so Ray Emery 1 year, 1.50. Grice, same thing. 1 year at $1 million. That's fine for me. Defenseman. All right, so who do we need back? Adam Larson. Let's get this guy back to a contract. I didn't actually check if anyone had the plague, so I should do that. Ooh, man, I could sign him 8 years to $3 million. I'll do that right now. I'll give this guy a long-term deal. All right, 8 years at $3 million a year for Adam Larson. Robida, yeah, I want to re-sign these guys for some depth. Bortuzzo, I'll re-sign you maybe. Mickelson, no, I'll release you. Let me just go through the team and release the guys that I know I don't want back. Seymour, no, we don't need you. Samuelson, he's got the green star potential. He could turn out to be something. Green star potential is not always horrible. I'll wait on that. Bortuzzo, same thing. I think I'll sign both those guys. All right. Yep. Now forwards. Let me just go through the forward list. Yager, got to re-sign him. Como and Gotts, got to re-sign you guys. Spalling. Look at that. Spalling got the plague. He got the 3.5 red star potential. I think it was because I was playing him in the AHL. That makes sense, I suppose. Kobasu. No, don't need you. Release you. All right. Go all the way down here. Oh, man. There's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of them. All right. So let's get rid of them all. All right. Go. What the hell? I had them sorted? Yeah, I had them sorted. All right. So, Payet. No, I don't need you. I'm going to go through the teams here. What the hell? Just stay on here. There you go. Connor, release you. Vitaly, release you. Got to free up the roster spots a little bit here. Drazanovich. All right, all these guys I can free. Gibbons, he's 72. Could play in the AHL. Yeah, he could play in the AHL. Matchcheck, same thing. He could play in the AHL. Spalling. Release this guy. Release this guy. All right, I think that's it. We've cleaned it up a lot. Yeah. All right, so there's Hosang and Nylander. All right, so Hosang is 4 gold star, and Nylander is 4.5 gold star. So we've brought some new rookies in, even though we sent some out in the last year. So trading assets, or you just hold on to them. We'll see how our team plays before we have to trade them, and we'll sign these guys as well. Two-way deals. All right, very nice. Gibbons, Spalling, I want back. I think Spalling might be able to play some depth for us this year. So I'll give him like I'll give him a 1-year deal. See how he turned. That 2-year. 1 year, because if I keep his contract low enough, I might be able to trade him if we don't want him on the team. All right, because he might get the jump this year. Matchcheck, same thing. So if I can get him to a 3-year 2-way deal, there you go. All right, Blake Como, I want back. Give me 2 years. Blake Como at 28 years old. Yeah, that's fine. 2 mil. That's fine. 2 years at 2 mil. Marcel Gotch, same thing. I want 2 years, around 2 mil. That's perfect for you as well. And Jaromir Jagr, let's see how much he wants at 84 overall. 1 year at 3.7. Yeah, that's fine. I'll give you a 1 year at 3.5 for Jaromir Jagr. He deserves it. All right, defenseman now. Robidas. I already signed these guys. Samuelson, I might as well sign you. See how much better you get. He could play in the AHL team. Bortuzzo can play in the AHL team. He's 78 overall. He could be some depth for us. All right. Yeah, there you go. Very nice. And Cody Franzen and Robidas. Now, Cody Franzen, let's see. He wants... Yeah, I'll do that. 2 years. Yeah, that's fine. I don't mind that. 2 years at 1.750. And Robidas, same thing. 2 years. Yeah, I'll sign Robidas as well. All right. There you go. Some nice depth players. All right, so we'll advance right here and go to free agency. Now, with salary cap off, if there are some free agents, maybe I'll just steer clear of them. Because any players that I sign now, they're more likely... I'm going to sign them for trading assets, right? So we'll allow the computers to get like first dibs on those players. And then if there's any players left at the trade deadline or something like that, then I can sign them. But we won't take advantage of it right now. So medical staff, yes, I got a bunch of these. So upgrade the medical staff, and assistant coach will get up there a little bit so he can help the young guns get better. Might as well get that up as well. All right, there you go. I'll save some money for the medical staff this upcoming playoffs because we really got hit with the playoff bug bad. So we've got everyone under contract now. Yeah, all the goalies, good. So we've got everybody signed. Oh, didn't even show me the messages, but it had everyone signed. All right, we have 40 players under contract, which means we have 10 roster spots going into next year, which is good. I want to keep the team the same, but also, you know, like, if we're going to be a dynasty, that means the next at least 2 years, we have to have very good regular seasons and playoffs. And we have an older team, a guy like Jaromir Jagr, you know, he might only have 1 year left in him. So you definitely still want to think about the future here in Pittsburgh, right? But the near future. Not the far future, the near future. So I'll just show you guys the free agents that are available. All right, so there's some players now. All right, but like especially next year, you'll see it. You won't see Jonathan Toews and Patrick Kane in there. All right, so there's a few players, some backups as well. There's there's a potential goalie, Dansk. I'm not going to sign. Not going to sign any of these players. All right, so that's the rule that we'll put in when it comes to the salary cap off, all right? When it comes to the salary cap off, I won't take advantage of free agency then. I'll let the computer teams get first pickings, and then come the preseason trade deadline, when the actual regular season starts, if we want to check free agency to see who's there, then we can. But we'll let the computer teams get first dibs at these best players. Because I like our roster, and again, like I said, if I get a player right now, more than likely it's just going to be used for... It's just going to be used for a trading asset, right? So I don't want to do that. It's kind of useless. All right, so I want to get at least 1 month of simulating here, so let's skip this simulation. All right, so here we go. We're in preseason, and Mario Lemieux is asking for 43 wins out of the team this year. So he's not really asking for a President's Trophy or anything. He just wants us to get into the playoffs. Well, I want that President's Trophy, Mario. All right, so forwards, 6 weeks, doesn't really matter. We're going to hold on to our draft picks, though, this year. We don't have the seconds. Did we give up the third as well? No, I think we gave up the second and the 6th and 7th, yeah. But that's okay, because this year, the second, I don't think you could find 4-star players. Maybe the high second, but we're fine. So I want to get 1 month of simulating done in this video. So let's just be quick about this. I'm going to go back to injuries off and all that good stuff. All right, so injuries are off. And automated goalie rotations are back on. There you go. All right, so Marc-Andre Fleury will start being rotated out, and let's get our best rosters up and running here. So let's take a look at our rosters. I'm pretty sure it's going to be the exact same team that we head into the playoffs with, right? But I want to get at least 1 month of simulating done, see how we do, and then you guys can chime in. So goalies, Marc-Andre Fleury dropped. He's an 84 now. He was an 85, wasn't he? So he dropped a little bit. I guess he's been partying in the offseason a little bit too much. Grice, Zadkov, yeah, all right. So Ray Emery's up here. Defense, all right. So Letang, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, Matta, you're coming up. All right, Franzen and Robidas, you're going down. There you go. You guys can play in the AHL. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, and we have 3 defensemen who are all like 80, well, 81 for Robidas. So there's our depth for the year. All right, we had the 3 defensemen just like last year. Forwards. Do we have too many forwards up front? Yes, we do. Good. Yep. All right. So we still have Greening and Chimera, who has not retired, but he's got 2-star potential, but he can play in the AHL. So I wouldn't mind picking up some depth up front as well for this year if come the trade deadline, right? But for right now, I guess we're fine. So let's see here. JVR jumped up to 87. He's 25 years old. All right. So he still has 1 more year to get better. So a full year on the first line with Crosby and Bobby Ryan now. Bobby Ryan, he is capped off. All right, 87 overall. I think Crosby now is 27 as well. Yeah, Crosby's 27, so he's capped off. All right, our whole team is basically capped off. Hornqvist, is he? Yeah, he's capped off as well. So Yager, Hornqvist, I'm going to put Yager back on the left wing. He really tore it up there. So there's our top 6 again. Smith, Klo, and Joel Ward on the third line, and Como, Gotch, and it's not going to be Colin Greening now. It's going to be Spalling who's coming up. He jumped to 81. Yeah, he's more of a defensive specialist, so I'll leave him on the third line, or the fourth line with Como and Spalling. All right, so yeah, that makes sense right there. Next, defense, Andy Green and Letang. Now, I left Andy Green in the playoffs on the first line, and he really did good for us, right? I know we had Matta on the first line with Letang during the regular season, but I wonder if we should just give Matta a break on that first line, because when Green was up there, we really turned into a very good defensive team, you know? And I could put Volchenkov on the third line with, like, a Adam Larson. And then, or Matta, sorry. And then we go Adam Larson with Ehrhoff. Yeah, I like that. Well, what's Larson's stats look like? Yeah, Larson's got some, yeah, he's got a little bit better to get. Ole Matta's got some good defensive stats. They're both kind of even, though. Could also go like that, just to keep these guys together. No, let's split them up. Matta and Larson, they'll get their time on the power play, or I'll give them some power play time with Letang and Ehrhoff, and Volchenkov and Green can be the penalty killers. All right, so don't worry about Matta. He'll get his chance, but I want to try Andy Green on the first line this year. Power play, we're going to keep it the same. All right, split up the best players. Gotch, I don't know why you're in there. It's going to be Hornqvist. All right, Letang and Matta we'll go with. So Matta, there's his time. And then Ehrhoff with Larson, there's his time. All right, so those defensemen, they're getting their time up front. Bobby Ryan, and we'll go with JVR because he's 87. There you go. Letang with Matta, Ehrhoff with Larson. All right, penalty kill. All right, so Zach Smith and Gotch, Spalling, and Joel Ward, it looks like. Joel Ward, I think, has the best defensive categories. Yes, he does, 86. What about Klo? Klo or Spalling? Hang on a second here. Left wingers. Spalling, defensive awareness is 85. Klo, defensive awareness is 84. Yeah, we'll go with Spalling. We'll see what he can do on the penalty kill there. So Zach Smith, Joel Ward, Gotch, Spalling, Letang, Volchenkov, no. Ehrhoff. There you go. Matta, Volchenkov, and Green. Green, you're gonna get up there. All right, Andy Green, Volchenkov, Letang with Matta. Very good. Volchenkov with green. There you go. Crosby. Nope, we're going to go with Zach Smith and Gotch. All right, 4-on-4 lines. Malkin, JVR. Very nice. Ehrhoff, green. We'll go with Ehrhoff and Larson, just like our regular lines. And then Mata and Volchenkov. Zach Smith and we'll go with Yager. All right, very good. Extra attackers, Crosby and Malkin. Goaltenders, Marc-Andre Fleury. Shootout line, yeah, that looks fine. All right, and the AHL best lines. Is everybody playing where they should? Nylander's getting the start, good. Yeah, Nylander's playing. Okay, good. So, yeah, there's our team, all right? So, we're ready to go. I don't want to waste any more time here because I do want to get at least 1 month of simulating done. It's going to be a long GM mode here, but whatever. All right, so let's try to get 1 month of simulating done. Last but not least, just to make the simulation go by a little bit quicker, let me delete all this stuff so I don't have any incoming trades. There you go, there you go, there you go, and there you go, there you go, there you go. All right, so if you remember last year, I think we started off the year pretty good. I think we were on a winning streak, and then we faltered a little bit, and then we kind of like won some and lost some all the way up until like the All-Star break and trade deadline. We never fell below 500, but we were always kind of, you know, just on the line there. If we were going to go on like a 5 or 6 game losing streak, you know, we'd be in striking range of maybe missing the playoffs. Then at the trade deadline, I think we went, 15-5-2 after the trade deadline with the new roster, right? So, and then we went, 16-7 or 16-6 in the entire playoffs or something like that. So our team since the trade deadline of last year has been a fantastic team with this roster. So I'm hoping that that can continue this year for the first month. All right, because if I don't have to make any trades, if we can just go with this roster again, that would make things a lot easier. But you never know with this game, right? People may have gotten a little bit worse. I do have an older team. We saw guys like Ryan Clough, I think, get a little bit worse. Marc-Andre Fleury also dropped to an 84. Adam Larson didn't grow too much. Oli Mata didn't grow too much. Hopefully the first and second line can really take it over this year, because when we started last year, it was Kunitz and Spalling in the 1-2 position on the left wing. Now it's JVR and Jaromir Jagr, right? It's a little bit different, especially offensive. That's a good way to start the year. We start off with a good defensive win. We're 1-0 to start the season. Good. Now we're 1-1. All right, so just get off. Oh, my God, Evgeny Malkin, already 4 goals on the season. Just get this first month done. I want to see how our team's playing. See if we have some wins, see if we have some losses. There you go. It's another win. I think we had a shutout the first game of the season as well. So Marc-Andre Fleury's playing some good hockey. Just keep it up. Game against the Montreal Canadiens. I've done that trip to Russia. Even though I told you to go to the OHL, eh? All right. 6 weeks OHL forwards. All right, so let's see how many wins we can get before our game against the Buffalo Sabres. I'm not going to go too far in this video. It's already gone pretty long. All right, but yeah, 6-3. That's what I was expecting from our team last year, those kind of wins. I'm fine with it right now, but I just hope our team's a little bit better defensively, because last year, I think when we were looking at the team standings, we were like 20th in the league for goals against or something like that. I know by the end of the year we were better, but I want to be good from the beginning. I want to win that President's Trophy, like I said. Maybe Mario Lemieux doesn't have any mindset to win the Presidents, because he only wanted 43 wins out of us this year. I want to be a 50-win team. All right, 7-1. Oh my goodness gracious. Keep her going. If we win, okay, you know what? I got to keep going, boys. This winning streak's got to keep going, all right? I'm not going to stop the simulation until we lose a game. All right, we'll just keep on going here. We'll see what happens with this simulation. But I'm liking our roster, man. I don't know what it is, but we've arranged a pretty good team here. And there you go. There's the loss. So, we started off the year very good, 8-2-0. All right, Evgeny Malkin's got 7 goals already. I'll just do a quick player stats. Won't look at the team standings because it's going to be all over the place. But to show you quickly the player stats, to show you who's performing for us this year. Because we really want Malkin and Crosby to be point-per-game players, because they have everything that they need from day one. So Evgeny Malkin, 7 goals in 10 games played, 11 points. JVR, 10 points in 10 games played. Hornqvist, 9. Bobby Ryan's got 7. Yager's got 6. Crosby's only got 5. But don't worry, I think Crosby will turn that around. All right, so we need our top 6 to be doing good. And goaltenders, Marc-Andre Fleury, 2.11 goals against average, 7-1. Yeah, the other loss came from Ray Emery being into the net. So Marc-Andre's playing good. Even though Ray Emery's got a better save percentage. That's okay, though. All right, so if you guys have any suggestions on how we should arrange our roster, let me know. And the next video, I'd like to take it up to the trade deadline, so anything and everything. But I like our team right now. I think we should just give them the chance and see how far we can run with this. All right, so yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.